Hey guys, this is Comics G-Man, and I was trying to sleep tonight, but honestly, I couldn't. I had to talk about this fucking comic book by Tom King called Wonder Woman. All right, now look, I have talked about this series now since the beginning of this channel, and I might be late to this issue number 34 because frankly, I just caught up with a lot of my backlog comics this week. But let me tell you something, guys. Wonder Woman killed herself, bro. She got fucking tired of this fucking bullshit story that Tom King has been writing up for us. And she deuced out. She deuced out like a lot of other people deuced out on this fucking comic book. Can I blame her for killing herself? We'll go over why she killed herself and more in this video. Stay tuned. All right, so look, we're going to go over this. Now, I read issue number 33 maybe 2 months ago. I think that came out in May. So I just caught up with this one. Here's the, oh, by the way, here's just like a variant cover of number 34. A very, very nice, beautiful variant cover of Wonder Woman. So it's the same issue, just a variant of number 34. I thought it was very nice. Unfortunately, the art is very good for this series, still fucking great. Saint-Pierre's work is good. Not the best that everyone says it is, because, and you know what though? It's not Saint-Pierre's fault, because it's Tom King's fault. He's not letting Saint-Pierre's artwork stand out more than it should. So let's get on to this fucking abysmal story, Wonder Woman number 34, and it starts off fucking retarded. We see here the matriarch literally murders John Stewart, the Green Lantern, John Stewart. Right here he is, dead. He's dead. His lantern obviously leaves because it's about to seek out a worthy person who should wear the fucking lantern, right? And what does she do? She grabs the lantern with her hand and she's holding on to it to make sure that it doesn't go to anyone. And she's trying to force the lantern to go on her finger, forcing it through just mere physical willpower. So then it goes 20 years from now because Tom fucking King can't help himself with his horrible writing in every issue that this guy writes, right? He can't just make it be a consistent goddamn comic book, right, where the story is flowing. It's got to be 10 years ago, 15 years ago, right? Look here. Then, right, he makes sure he tells you then he goes 20 years from now. Like, okay, this is his way of explaining how the matriarch got her Green Lantern ring. She murdered John Stewart and she forced the ring on her finger because, and there's literally like a whole monologue where she's talking to the guardian of Oa, one of the guardians from Oa, and she's basically saying like, every night, every waking moment, I held on to that ring. You know what would have been even funnier and actually make more sense, actually? If she fucking held on to the ring with her hand like that, but she took like some super strong Gorilla Tape and taped it around her hand so like her hand would be stuck like that. Because I'm even having a hard time believing that, oh wait, so you go to sleep and you're able to hold your fucking hand like that? I don't care if she's the matriarch, bro. Even Wonder Woman sleeps, bro. You know what I mean? Even Batman goes to sleep. Even Superman goes to fucking sleep. All right? So you're telling me that you're able to hold a lantern ring that's trying to bust out of your hand every millisecond of your life because it's seeking the worthy successor. You're telling me that you're able to be up every waking moment and hold on to that thing without like even a slight moment, even a slight, like if your fucking finger open up a little bit, it'd be like, and it comes out like butter, right? You're telling me you were able to do that? Bullshit, bro. I would have believed it more if you took Gorilla Tape from the dollar store and wrapped it around your entire fucking hand, and that would have been the end of the story, right? But no, Tom King is like, no, the females in my stories are like beyond feminine and female. They're like perfect in every way. Even the villains are perfect, and when they're wrong, they're still right somehow. You know what I mean? That's Tom King's shit writing. So here's the shit fight scene that they're having with each other here, right? Do you not recognize it? There were rumors you were intelligent, and I am happy I ignored them. The fuck? What does that even mean? That's Wonder Woman, dude. He writes Wonder Woman like she's a fucking pile of wood. Who the fuck is this, dude? He does not know her. Most of his comics with Wonder Woman were filled with narration points by the Sovereign. And most of his comics, like from issues number 1 and all the way up to maybe number 22, before he started that bullshit Mouseman arc, was like Wonder Woman saying little verbs and things once in a while, but most of it was filled in with the Sovereign's narration. And don't fucking tell me I'm wrong. You know I'm right. For those of you who actually read this shit, like me, unfortunately, we had the misfortune to actually love Wonder Woman as a character and fucking read through this bullshit month after month. All right, so let's go on, right? So I am mistaken and unarmed. Will you kill me, Wonder Woman? When you heard rumors of my intelligence, what did you do? Yes, well, I suppose I recognize that we have one thing in common. We both know there are more powerful things in the universe than gods and their swords. Okay, again, shall we, Mother? And here comes her daughter, Trinity. Keep your distance, Elizabeth. This is how the matriarch falls. Heh. I can help. I mean, it's just so fucking dumb. And like, for those of you who have been reading this month by month, right? Besides the intermissions that come in when Stephanie Williams comes in to write, which weren't that bad, but it was bad. Number 35, which I will go over in this video, was actually a good intermission by Stephanie Williams. I will say that. But the matriarch was horribly written throughout, horribly built up. It has been nothing but a jumble of back and forths. Like, I do not feel anything for this matriarch villain. I do not give a fuck. Like, I don't understand. I still, like, 34 issues into this shit. I mean, she came in around, like, maybe during the Mouseman arc a little bit. Like, he was kind of giving you hints about her. You know, building her up also with the Sovereign after his defeat. All that bullshit, which I'm having trouble remembering. I'm really trying to delve deep into my brain here to remember anything, any proper buildup of this character. And it's just been like, she's just perfect. She was able to defeat Superman. Superman is in some kind of jail cell. He's like not able to do anything. He's waiting on Wonder Woman to save the world. You know, everybody is fucked because of the matriarch. She even killed Jon Stewart. She even killed Jon Stewart, which I honestly find very hard to believe. I'm pretty sure Jon Stewart would fuck her up. Jon Stewart would fuck the matriarch up. Don't tell me he wouldn't, because Hal Jordan would fuck her up. So Jon Stewart would certainly be able to fuck up the matriarch. They have faced way worse than villains like the matriarch. So give me a break, dude. And like, all right, look, Sempier's art is good, but honestly, is it as great as everyone is saying? It's good, you know, but I think Sempier relies too much on the faces, because when Sempier does not do the faces, it's very mid art. And I'm not criticizing Sempier, like Sempier is very good, but I think where Sempier stands out in these comics are the faces. Like she is girl or guy, I don't remember. The faces are excellent, like, you know, but actually though, Sempier's art was actually way better during the shitty Sovereign arc and during the part. Do you guys remember like issue number 10 where she was where Wonder Woman was fighting like Giganta and Tempest and Dr. Psycho, and she I forgot which other villain she was fighting, and I think it was which is the guy that has like the not the mirror powers, like the triangle powers. I forgot his name. Sorry. But the art in that where like she's fighting Darkseid's daughter and all of them in Washington, D.C. Capitol was like peak Sempier art. But I will be honest, I'm sure Sempier is not feeling the story either, because I don't know, dude. The art is just not the same as it was in like the earlier issues of Sempier's work. Still good, but not great compared to the earlier works. So yeah, they're doing all this. They're showing you again. Back then, he has to do another fucking flashback to show you that Matriarch is so badass that she even murders one of the Guardians. Right, the Guardian comes to claim the ring because it's not supposed to be with her. She fucking murders him. You see that? Like, she fucking impales him with her ring because she's so perfect, and she's so bad and evil. But I don't feel like, I feel like this should be a moment where it's like, whoa, like that's pretty fucking cool. But it's just like I feel like Tom King literally just came up with it like in this issue, and he's like, oh, that'll be cool, right? And it's like, no, actually it's not. You killed Jon Stewart, dude. Like, you didn't, you know what would have been awesome, actually? Like, dude, you know, and to the critics who are gonna say, no, dude, you just don't get Tom King. You don't get Tom King, okay? He's great. He's fantastic. We got him working on Teen Titans. We got him working on all these movies, and he's fucking all of them up. Look what he did to Supergirl. Morons. Absolute morons. So here's what I would say. You want to make Matriarch an actual cool fucking villain? You actually show us how she dominated the world while Wonder Woman was doing her thing, while she was missing, and all the superheroes are missing, are waiting for her to save the world from Matriarch. You show me the battle with Jon Stewart. Even if it's like 3 or 4 fucking pages, you show me Jon Stewart put up a fucking fight and go out like a Marine, right? You show me how she defeated Superman. Like, you show me a clever way she defeats Superman. But Tom doesn't do any of that. He just throws it in. Superman in jail. Jon Stewart dead. Buy it. Believe it. Shove it down your throat. That's it. Fuck you. That's all I'm giving you, dude. I'm not going to show you how she did it. Tom is telling you, you are just supposed to like the Matriarch because she's so badass, and that's it. She did all these things. I didn't show you how she did these things, but you're just supposed to believe that this random bitch, who I don't even remember if she's like the great daughter or granddaughter of the Sovereign, or I don't remember who she's connected to. I think she's supposed to be the queen of the Sovereign, you know, continuing their line, whatever the fuck. So fucking dumb, this story by Tom King. You're supposed to tell me that, Superman, who went up against Doomsday, Zod, Darkseid, and especially the way Superman literally fought Darkseid as a god. Bro, he became an Omega god, right? You're supposed to tell me that he wasn't able to handle this bitch? So at the very least, you have to show the reader how she defeated Superman. You know, like, even if she couldn't defeat him physically, maybe she figured out a way to trick him mentally, spiritually, some clever thing, bro, anything. But no, Tom doesn't give us anything. And then the assholes in DC and Warner Bros. Are telling you, no, there's something wrong with you. Tom King is a genius and you just don't understand him because you're just a fucking pleb. You just don't get Tom King. No. Tom King doesn't fucking get us. He doesn't fucking get comics, bro. He just takes comics and he shits all over them. This is a visual medium, and he doesn't treat it like that at all. He just expects you to believe everything he throws at you. And don't tell me I'm wrong. I mean, no, I'm not going to block you or take your comment off if you think I'm wrong. You know I don't do that. I let free speech reign on my comment section, even the stupid shit when it comes out. But like, all I'm saying is, like, if you're going to tell me I'm wrong, tell me why you think I'm wrong. Give me your goddamn reasons. Don't just give me 2-3 words just because you're like, oh, you don't understand it. I'm smarter than you. Tell me why this is good writing. Tell me why this is a good comic, because I'm having a lot of trouble liking this shit. This is nice. You know, I love Sempier's work here, right? Showing, Trinity, her father, Steve, and Wonder Woman together. Very nice. But this is where it loses me, right? Like, look at this bullshit, right? So these 3 witches, these 3 bitches who are like, if you remember in the earlier comics, she finds them like sewing the what is it? The linen of destiny. I don't even know. Like, they sew destiny. You know, it's like that bitch on God of War. Do you remember that boss? What was that boss on God of War 2? Where like you kill her because she's like she's able to control time. You know, let me type that in. God of War 2, goddess who controls time. I forgot her name, honestly. I really did. Help me out here. I'm sorry, I'm using AI. Clotho, the goddess of faith. Let me get an image of her just to jog my memory. God of War 2, guys. Is it God? I'm pretty sure it was in God of War 2. All right, so anybody here who played God of War, please correct me. And I'm not talking about the new God of War. I'm talking about like OG PS2 God of War. I'm pretty sure there was like some goddess that was controlling the time, and Kratos is like, no bitch controls my destiny. I control my destiny. And he kills her. You know what I mean? Because, you know, he's Kratos. Not the pussy that we see in the new games. No offense. But yeah, anyway, these time bitches are like that. They control time. So here's like this bitch. She's like, the Wonder War is over. You win. Your future is bright indeed. Okay, so what's the issue? She defeats the matriarch in like the most anticlimactic way after all this bullshit buildup, right? It wasn't even anything great. She gets the ring off of her, and Wonder Woman takes the ring off of her, you know, because she is worthy of the ring. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But it's like, that was it? That's all it took to take down the matriarch? This same bitch who took down Superman, Batman, everybody, you know, the Green Lanterns, the Guardians, right? All it took was one punch to the face by Wonder Woman? Superman couldn't do that? Like, you're not convincing me that this is a unique Wonder Woman situation that only Wonder Woman was able to handle. Like, Ares is something that Wonder Woman mostly could just handle. You know, and all the different connections that she has with Ares and how she might have been born in some iterations that might have been her father, or like in the Gail Simone comic where she was made up from like the dark, where Wonder Woman's mother, she went inside like the darker parts of Themyscira and she took like this evil clay or something and formed it, and that was Diana. So that was like in the Gail Simone run. That's a totally different situation. But all I'm saying is, like, there's nothing about the matriarch character that makes me say, yup, only Wonder Woman was able to do this one. You know what I mean? Because there was nothing unique about it. Oh, what's unique about the matriarch? Oh, she looks like a Wonder Woman character. She was I don't know what makes her unique to this character, and where it's like we only needed Wonder Woman to do this. I don't understand it. So yeah, like, then after these witches tell Wonder Woman that your future is bright indeed. Okay, so what's the issue? Then Wonder Woman goes to Steve and she's like, no. When I defeated her father, the Sovereign, I thought I had won, as I did when I defeated her rodent servant, the Mouse Man. But I am older now and wiser, I hope. I know this time, though, she lies fallow at my feet. I have won nothing yet. Right? And guess what she does? Right? And it's like, in all of history, no one has ever harmed a fate. Doing so today is a grave error that will haunt you and your world. And then Wonder Woman is like, you see, now I don't believe in you. You probably don't, which is why I don't. The sword was never for you, fools. Let me zoom in on this shit. Let me zoom in on this shit. Let me zoom in on this bullshit. Okay? Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. It was always for me. Then it goes to the next issue, panel, right? With Steve. Steve is like, no. And then there's a narrative bubble here. There are in our history 3 days where we were surprised. The day of our birth, the day of our death, and today. When, to save her world, right? What does Wonder Woman have to do? Oh no. Oh no. No, she commits seppuku-san. Seppuku-san. You no good. You commit suicide. You commit kamikaze. Wonder Woman sacrificed a god to the fates. I love you, so that all that will be might not be again. What? The fuck did I just read? No, sincerely, what the fuck is going on here, guys? What the fuck? All right, to my Wonder Woman readers who probably have a better grasp of this shit, why does she have to kill herself? What? Why couldn't she just go Kratos and kill these bitches, bro? Be like, you 3 fucking bitches cannot control my fate. I am Wonder Woman, and she cuts their heads. No, I know Wonder Woman would never kill. I know. I'm just fucking around. But they could have did anything else. Like somehow she could have played a trick on these 3 bitches who control their fate. But like, what is the fate that they're controlling though? That is what I'm confused about. Is it that she's Victoria's hero? Could somebody tell me what Wonder Woman just did by killing herself? No, like, I'm sincerely asking, why did she have to commit seppuku on herself? And they had to give us this atrocious, disgusting panel of her grinding in pain, having a fucking sword the size of fucking Soul Calibur. You know, Nightmare sword from Soul fucking Calibur. Having that fucking sword thrust all the way in her heart? Could someone explain to me why we needed this? Could someone tell me why Tom King thought this was a good idea? You know what I mean? Like, why did she have to kill herself, bro? Like, do you know how nihilistic this feels? Like, I mean, of course, I know they're gonna bring her back to life. You know, it's a comic. You know, they're gonna bring her corpse up and, like Deadpool did to Wolverine, and play with her bones and figure out how we could sap as much of the marrow as we can and, you know, suck up this character. You know what I'm saying, dude? I know all this shit. I'm not acting like this is the end of Wonder Woman, but I'm just asking, like that was my genuine reaction at the end of this fucking comment. I was like, why? You could have done anything else, dude. And I didn't feel anything for Wonder Woman, which is fucked up because I love her. I love Wonder Woman. But when she killed herself, I'm just like if is Tom saying, like, I want you to cry here, I want you to feel something? I just felt like there was no fucking reason for that. Am I missing something? I must be missing something. You know what I mean? And I probably am missing something. I probably have to fucking go back. No, but I don't want to go back and reread this shit. Like, sincerely, dude, I just can't. I can't. Like, reading through all this one time has been enough for me. Now, as much as I like I could find myself, like, rereading volume 1 and 2, like, you know, of those issues, because I did like the beginning, actually. I did like the Washington, D.C. fight with Darkseid's daughter. That was fucking cool. But, I mean, knowing, with the future knowledge now of him having her kill herself, and also all these horrible writing things that he does in this book, and also the horrible Trinity story that he made, where instead of having, like, a deep, cool story about her daughter, she's running around the multiverse chasing corgi superheroes. Fuck you guys if you think that's great. If you think that's great, you're fucking retarded. I'm sorry. I don't care if you don't like me for saying that. You're fucking retarded if you think that Tom King has been doing any justice for Wonder Woman. Dude, hell, the intermission, which, you know what, we'll get into that right now. The intermission shit. Let me fix my camera. I'm so sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm just kind of getting into it a little bit. Hold up. And you're going to ask, why am I so bombastic? Well, for one, I figured I can't be as professional because nobody's watching it when I'm professional. When I act like a fucking madman, I think I get more attention. So thanks, YouTube, for being idiocracy and promoting me being more retarded than I already am. Now listen, the intermission comics by Stephanie Williams, where they're taking a break from Tom King's bullshit, are not bad, actually. I actually like them. But the intermission she did a couple issues ago, like maybe 32, 31, I think she did, was not that good. That was kind of a bad filler. But issue number 35, this is a variant of issue number 35. Very nice. This looks like a beautiful rendition, almost a painting of Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman soaring through the skies in Wonder Woman 1984. So I absolutely fucking love this variant. And I actually like the Stephanie Williams, I guess, I don't know who this Henry is, but whoever has been doing the artwork for Stephanie Williams intermissions are not bad, actually, and it's a nice break from Sempier's, you know, focus on faces. Whoever has been doing the artwork for these parts is more focused, like, on the color and the use of space, and posing. So I like this a lot more actually than what Saint-Pierre has been doing. And like look, for instance, like this first panel here with Wonder Woman laying on the ground after killing herself. This is an excellent work of art here. I mean, it's not like the best thing, but I think whoever is doing the artwork here has a better does a better job with perspective and how they use the multiple characters in one panel. And I like the way they lay out the panels better in these versions of Wonder Woman. And look, I probably turned off a lot of people shitting on number 34, but for those of you who are staying and still listening to this right now, like, I'm going to have mostly good stuff to say about number 35. It still doesn't change the fact that Wonder Woman killed herself and it's totally fucking nihilistic and doesn't feel heroic at all. Like, I mean, to kill yourself with a Soul Calibur sized sword just feels fucking ridiculous, bro. You know what I mean? Like, this is like having that character Ojo in Batman that's like a fucking Naruto character in a Batman comic. It just feels wrong. You know, I just don't see Wonder Woman killing herself. It just does not feel like her character, man. I just feel like she would come up, you know, and if she would sacrifice herself for a heroic reason, it wouldn't be in this fashion. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just not feeling it. So Steve and Trinity are going out, whatever, in the this kind of like timeless place they're being carried out. And I like this a little bit because I like the interaction between Steve and his daughter Trinity a little bit. He's telling her a story about Diana when she was young and what made her want to be Wonder Woman. And I thought was really clever actually by Williams here was she said that the Wonder Woman, I mean, she said that the Wonder Woman from the 30s and 40s in the Justice Society of America was actually Diana's mother. So that's where she got the inspiration for the costume. And I thought that was actually kind of clever. Not saying that should be the main, like, thing, but very cool idea and very well written in here. And again, the artwork is very nice in here. Henry allows the colorist to do a really good job with different things, play with the space a little bit. I really enjoy Henry's style here. And the colors are much better than in the other issue, right? Like, look at how he uses the composition in here. Much better, more interesting. And honestly, though, I do not blame Saint-Pierre. Like, I think Saint-Pierre's source material that Saint-Pierre is taking from Tom King is just not inspiring. So that you're getting the kind of artwork that the best that Saint-Pierre could do, but it's hard with Tom King's bullshit. So you got a lot of cool stuff going on here. I mean, the only problem that people will probably have with this is that it's saying that Diana didn't leave Themyscira for Steve because she loved him. She's always felt the pull towards something greater than Themyscira, but I don't have a problem with that. I think that's actually a correct assessment. I think that's true. Steve was like the catalyst. Steve was like the start of Diana leaving Themyscira, but it was always in her to want to leave and to do something more than to just stay on the island of Themyscira. She wanted to do good out in the world, you know what I mean? And there's a line in here too where she's like talking to her mother, and the mother is like, I don't want you to go out there, because when I went out there as Wonder Woman with the Justice Society of America, in man's world, it's never enough. They're always asking for more. It never stops. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get anything from it. And Diana's like, well, maybe now is a different time, and maybe I could do something better and different, and she has a little more hope for that. And it goes over, it's a little trite just in terms of that, I've heard Diana's origin story and her like beginning so many times, so it was just a little bit of a chore to read through it, but Williams does put a nice little spin here and there to keep it interesting, so I wasn't totally lost on that. And again, I like Steve and Trinity talking to each other, and you have this really nice panel here where Steve helps Trinity understand her destiny a little bit as who she could be. And this is how you're supposed to treat Trinity. Not have her fucking chase corgi dogs throughout a fucking multiverse as her first debut. You know what I mean? For this like current era of comics. This is what I wanted to see, how you treat this character, and I think Williams treated this character with respect. So bravo to you, Williams, on that. Thank you. But unfortunately, this is a part 1, so I guess number 36 will be part 2 of Stephanie Williams. So I'm looking forward to number 36 coming in the mail. But I'm not looking forward to when the intermission ends and they're going to bring us more Tom King shit. Sincerely, I'm so sick of this guy, and I don't know why people don't see what I'm saying, and I don't know why people think that he's like the best intellectual comic writer of our time. I think he's one of the worst comic book writers of the 21st century, at least, because even the worst writers of the 20th century are better than this. I know that's crazy because you consider the Silver Age and the Bronze Age, and that's a whole different level of writing. You know, it's not even what they as they got better in the 80s, and then well, the 90s is a whole other thing. The 2000s got a little better, but all I'm saying is, I don't give a fuck if you don't like what I'm saying. Tom King killed Diana, and she could not stand it anymore, and now she killed herself because even Diana said, no more of this Tom King writing. I can't take it. Stop making me read Tom King's lines. I'm ending my life now. I mean, yeah, of course, I'm just being a little meta here, guys. You understand the humor. But yeah, guys, all right. I could not sleep because this was fucking bothering me tonight. And sorry for all the profanity, but I gotta shoot some juice into this fucking video stuff I'm doing, because I don't know, man. I don't know how to get your attention. Like, I want my channel to be about comics and to be as professional as possible, but I don't want to bore you to death. So if I gotta rouse you up and shake your ass a little bit with some cursing and profanity and Jerry Springer bullshit because we live in idiocracy, so be it, bro. So be it. I shall do it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you had a good night, and I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like and subscribe. Comment as you see fit.